Hello everyone and welcome back to Canadian King Coins. In today's video I'll be giving you the history of the Canadian 10-cent coin, more commonly referred to as the dime. The first 10-cent coins were issued by the province of Canada in 1858. The coins were struck in 92.5% silver, had a diameter of 18.03 millimeters, which would never change by the way, and the obverse bore the young, laureated portrait of Queen Victoria. Soon after Canadian Confederation in 1867, the Government of Canada began issuing 10-cent coins in 1870, which I have a very low-grade example of right here. Both the obverse and the reverse were identical to the 1858 issue, except for the date, and would not change until after Queen Victoria's death in 1901. In 1902, the first coins were issued for the new king, Edward VII. As on all of the silver coinage, the word Canada was moved from the obverse to the reverse legend, and St. Edward's crown was switched out for the more current imperial state crown. King Edward VII died in 1910, and the first coins were issued for his son, George V, in 1911. The reverse remained the same as on the Edward VII series, and wouldn't change until after King George V's death in 1936. After the brief reign and subsequent abdication of King Edward VIII, the first coins were issued for his brother, King George VI, in 1937. A government decision was made to modernize the reverse designs for the King George VI series, and the popular fishing schooner design was chosen for the dime. Although the government proclamation said that a fishing schooner under sail is shown, it's clear that the designer, Emmanuel Hahn, used the famous Canadian racing yacht Bluenose as his model. The design is still used on the dime today. In February 1952, King George VI succumbed to a long battle with lung cancer, and his daughter became Queen Elizabeth II and would first appear on our coins in 1953. Her first portrait showed her at age 27 and is known as the Laureate or Young Head portrait today. In 1965, her portrait received an update, now showing her at age 39 and wearing a tiara. In 1967, all denominations had a special reverse to commemorate the Canadian centennial. The design for the dime shows a mackerel, and was designed by renowned Canadian artist Alex Colville. Partway through this year, the composition was also changed to 50% silver, 50% copper. In 1968, the fishing schooner reverse resumed, and partway through the year the composition was changed to nickel. So if you're searching for silver, make sure the date is 1968 or older. This example here is a nickel version. In 1990, the Queen's portrait received another update, this time showing her at age 64 and wearing a crown. In 2001, the composition was changed yet again to nickel-plated steel to save on production costs. Also in 2001, a commemorative coin was issued for the Year of the Volunteer. In 2003, the Queen's portrait was again updated, now showing her at age 77. I'm sure this portrait will be familiar to you, as it is still used today. In fact, the dime has remained almost exactly the same since 2003, except for the Canada 150 design from last year. So there you have it, the great history of Canada's most consistent coin, the dime, which has also been Canada's smallest coin since 1922, when the 5-cent coin was changed to nickel. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, check out my channel. And to see more like this in the future, consider subscribing. And as always, have a great day.